Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark, this is Spiguyver Backpacking, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Wacaco Picopresso. So this is their top of the line portable espresso maker. And I wanted to talk about how good of a shot you can actually make with it. I have done a different video talking about this, but I was using a light roast, and I had talked about how many shots it took me to actually dial in the light roast. Light roasts are a lot more difficult to get right when you're doing an espresso shot. So I decided to reach out to one of my favorite coffee roasters, the Coastal Coffee Roasters out of Somerville, South Carolina, and I picked up their Woodstock blend. So this is a dark coffee. You can see right here, it has quite a bit of oil on the beans. Nice beans, they're not broken, they're very uniform. Sizing's a little bit, it varies a little bit in there, but smell is good, doesn't smell overly burnt. Just a nice looking bean. So what we're gonna do is we're going to grind this up to espresso size. We're gonna get this heated up, we're gonna get everything prepped, and we're gonna pull one delicious shot. It'll be 17 grams of coffee, and we will do pretty much a 2-to-1, so about 34 grams of water, and we'll pull the shot, and we'll be pulling it into this glass right here, so you'll be able to see everything as it happens. So let's get this started. Let's go. All right, so I've got the coffee ground, and I've got just a little bit that I pulled aside just to show you like how fine this is. So right here, you can see it, and this is a very fine coffee grind. I'm gonna use the provided tools. So you've got this ring that goes on the basket. You've got this needle to stir it and break up any clumps. And then you've got a tamp that if you leave the top on this on the basket, you can actually tamp it to the perfect amount. So with the Wacaco Exo grinder, it was set 14 clicks from tight. So if you went all the way tight, all the way clockwise, and then backed it off 14 clicks, that is what this grind setting is right here. So once you put it in there, you can actually see that there are some chunks in there. So that's where the needle actually comes in. And you get these multi-pronged, which work a little bit better. You've got to be kind of careful that you're not knocking the coffee out, but you stir it up a little bit, and that breaks up those clumps. Make sure you're getting down all the way in there, and helps to settle it. Now once I've got that done, I just kind of give a couple of taps, and that settles it back down in a little bit. And then I take the tamp, set it on there, kind of give it a spin, and push it down on. And now I have a nice puck in my basket, ready to be loaded into the Picopresso. So I'm gonna go heat this up, and I'll come back and we'll get a shot going. All right, so I've got the water reservoir filled. I have heated this up. I've run 2 full reservoirs full of hot water through there. So now this is the bottom. Basket goes in there, the shower head goes on top of that, and the whole thing screws into the bottom. And so now this thing is ready to go. Get your glass ready, and what's nice is it actually fits really perfectly on a nice espresso glass. So you can set it right on there. Start off with 8 to 10 pumps to kind of pre-infuse it, and you'll start to see it seep through. And at that point, you're about ready to be making some great coffee. So let's do it. Here you can see it makes a very nice looking shot a whole nice amount of crema on top. The crema is actually perfect. As you're making it, you can see it kind of swirling, and it's really nice. Now I know that we really should stir this up and get the crema mixed in with everything, but I'm just gonna drink it just like this and give it a try. The difference going from a light roast to a darker roast, this is a medium dark. It definitely is more espresso-like. This is much more, it's much more forgiving. It's forgiving in the grind size, the amount of time that you actually have it in there. With a light roast, you've got to be so perfect, and everything has to be tweaked just to the right amount. But with a little bit darker roast, you can find that balance a lot easier. Picopresso, it really has impressed me. Once you get the right coffee, if you're using the right espresso coffee for it, the results are a pretty impressive shot of what is truly an espresso. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want any more information about the Wacaco Picopresso or the Exo Grind grinder that I used, I'll put links to both of them down in the description below. Just to be completely clear, I did get both of these, the Picopresso and the Exo Grind, sent to me for free. I was under no obligation to provide them with a review or to even show them on a video at all. They were sent to me because I've done reviews of their stuff in the past, and they thought that I would enjoy these pieces. So I was under no obligation to do this. And as I said, when I did the first one, I went through a lot of different trial and error to get to the point where I made a decent shot. I also mentioned that the basket probably needs to be swapped out, but once you change to a darker roast, you get a little bit more leeway with all the fine tuning that goes into it. But great espresso shot, and if you're looking for an espresso maker that you can use on the go, in the woods, while you're traveling, this is a pretty decent one. A little bit heavy in my opinion for backpacking, but as a travel espresso maker, I think it is absolutely great. I will see you guys down the trail.